Good morning.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rise and Radke.
Thanks for watching us on replay on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hashtag replay below so we know that you're watching on replay. We love you guys. Let us know where you're watching from.
Finish that thought.
We love you guys.
I know, but it sounded like you were stumbling over your words for a second. Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Beth Burgess. We're so glad you're here.
Where are we watching from this morning?
Hi, Shayna Mills.
Pennsylvania?
That's Tara. She's on here a lot. We know her name. Heather Kennedy. Hi, Shauna. Well, good morning, everybody. We're so glad that you're here. Is it just me, or is it a little... What is it?
I feel like that top button's a little much. Is it a little too much?
Wait, you had your top buttoned?
Not the top, but that one.
No, that one's good. Do the next one down. No, the next one. Don't do that. No, sir. Cover that up. Okay. You don't want it buttoned. You want to look casual, but you don't want to be casual. Like,
oh.
There we go. There we go.
We've got Texas in the house.
Good morning from Mansfield.
Ohio in the house. Maine. I bet it is not this muggy in Maine. What do you think?
What is this in my drink? I was not expecting that. What is this?
Iced coffee?
David Radke.
Is it good?
It's very good. What a nice little surprise.
It is 74 degrees.
Okay, so here's the deal.
But it is about 95%
humidity. That's why my hair I look like a fortune teller this morning. Okay. I look like like I'm about to read your fortune because it is so muggy. My hair would just be like boom. Hi there from Huntington. Also, wait, was that Leslie Hurst? Oh my gosh, I miss you so much. Why won't you return my email? Okay. Hey, working at Home Goods. Ooh, I like Home Goods. If you want to send me a gift card. Okay.
AG trying to show the goods.
Trying to show that.
I don't have goods up here.
David, they're good. They're just slick as a whistle. Slick as a whistle. All right. You want to be casual, but you don't want to be. You want to look casual, but you don't want to be casual. That's because I know your personality. You want to look like you're like laid back, but you don't want to be laid back. That's for sure about you. This is the man who, when we go to Florida for vacation, I have to ask him to wear flip-flops.
That is not true.
That is.
We are not on vacation, and I have been.
Those are your house shoes. Those are your house shoes. You don't wear those out in public.
I have been sliding for 2 solid months.
Hi, everybody. I'm
Hello,
so glad
Virginia,
you're here.
California.
Somebody had an earthquake
Arizona?
at 4 a.m.
Was that California?
Why do you just assume it's California? Might have been Birmingham. You don't know. Well,
it was right above where I said California.
Look at this, y'all. This mugginess is causing my fortune-telling thing to slip off my head. How's the umbrella? I didn't see any lives. Let me explain something. Get over here, David. David.
Yep.
Let me tell y'all something. First of all, David, don't crouch me. I want you to be over, but I don't want you to be on me.
I thought you were wanting me to do a reveal.
Okay. But right now, it looks like we're posing for Olin Mills. It looks like we're posing for the church directory circa 1988. Like, look how you're up on me, David. David!
Okay, ready? We've had several of you take screenshots to post on Facebook, Instagram.
So you can tell
YouTube,
people that you should be watching.
You need to be watching this. It's really easy to share on Facebook, but it's not so easy on Instagram. So here's your chance. Take your screenshot and you can use this to tell people.
This is our Olin Mills church directory circa 1991 picture. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, you should be back behind me a little bit. Like you're like that.
But we should be in the same picture though.
Or in my case, this right here. They always snap me when I'm talking to the guy. Okay, that's enough of that. Morning from Toronto, Canada. My dad is a David. Well, Elena.
Congratulations.
No, not congratulations. Okay, anyway, here's why you didn't see any more lives yesterday. Because number one, it was easier to get out than we thought. We weren't fighting. Why would y'all want to see us if we weren't fighting? We're just two normal people loading up an umbrella in the back of a truck. Never once did we fight about it because it actually came apart rather easily. David figured it out. I didn't know it would come apart. Secondly, we didn't do a live because something else happened yesterday and it kind of took up our headspace. And I'm going to tell y'all about it. But David wouldn't let me go live on it. He wouldn't. He said, "Not yet, not yet."
I needed her to simmer just a little bit.
So I'm going to tell y'all about it, but I can't. I didn't. But he wouldn't let me live about it yesterday because I was so upset. And I said, I'm going live. And he said, nope. You can talk about it in the morning, but you're going to sleep on it. You're going to calm down.
Can I tell you this right now? This is something that you're going to want every person you know to see. So right now, I'm not lying. Right now, you need to share.
I snorted.
Every person that you know is going to want to hear this story. Not the umbrella story, the next story. So you need to share and go, you got to watch.
I will say this. I will say this before we get into the story. I will say this. When we got the umbrella and we got it loaded into the car, David Radke did something that in 26 years of marriage, he has never...
That is not true. I've not ever done it.
David, you should never use the words never and always. But I'm going to tell you right now, you've never done it. And also, you're getting in a bad habit of when I talk that you move your lips like you're talking to. It's a sign of old age. Something's wrong with you. Seriously. Stop, David. That's freaking me out. Anyway, David has never done this in 26 years of marriage, and he did it yesterday. When we loaded up the umbrella and got it in the car, David looked at me and he went, "You did good, babe." And he gave me a high five. And I said, "I did do good, didn't I, David?" He said, "You did. You got a good deal." That is the umbrella. Now, y'all, that is a $400 umbrella, and I got it for $80. And is there anything wrong with it?
There's not.
Is there anything at all? No. Is there anything wrong with it? Did you spot one thing wrong with it? Did you find anything wrong with it? Is there any part of it wrong? Did you not like any part of it?
Yes, I did like every part of it.
Mm-hmm. He liked every part of it.
She's very good.
He liked every part of it.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at some that were even closer to $500. Same exact kind. It's the kind that goes up, it's sitting behind the little couch over there, and it comes up and over like that.
Up and over, right? Up and over, like your mother-in-law. Up and over,
that would
okay?
Be your mama.
Like my mother, up and over. Okay, it encompasses all of your stuff and all of your belongings because it's up and it's over, like my mother. Where are we going with this? I told David to put sweet tea in here. I said, there's no possible way I can sit outside and drink hot coffee. There's no possible way. Put sweet tea in here. And I lifted it up to my mouth thinking I was going to get sweet tea. Have you ever put anything in your mouth and you got something different? This is iced coffee and it is amazing.
It is?
It is so good. Did you put almond milk in it?
I did.
David, you know I'm trying hard to stay off of dairy. Thank you so much. By the way, my trying hard to stay off of dairy actually just began literally this second. So before anybody says, why are you staying off of dairy? I don't know. Because dairy is actually really bad for when you're, I went to school for commercial. I have a degree. Let me tell y'all something. I don't got a degree in the internet. I got a degree in commercial music performance with a minor in jazz and blues. My goal was to be a jazz singer. I hate stuff like that. Anyway.
What did you say?
I hate scatting.
No.
Scuba-doo-boo-boo.
No. What was the first word you said?
Okay, anyway. So that was the plan, and I was gonna, but they tell you at Belmont University, where I went to school, the number one thing bad for your voice is dairy, and number two is coffee. I have both of those things all day. And now I'm losing my voice and I don't know why. And it's been like this for like 2 weeks. So now David's got me on almond milk. I'm probably going to drop weight like that. Drop weight. Just fly away. Y'all never going to see me again. You got a degree? Okay, Jenny, that was hurtful. I love the fact that she put air quotes around it. Wait, you got a degree? I actually do. I don't currently have it in my possession, but I have it. I graduated. I just don't own the degree. Okay?
No, I paid that fine for you.
You paid my parking ticket?
Yep.
If you paid that parking ticket at Belmont and you got my degree, I'm going to burn this house down. Why would you do that?
Because I felt like you
No, I am standing my ground.
it was
And I've been standing my ground since 2003.
But the fact of the matter is, the parking space you parked in are for people that can't stand their ground. They're handicapped.
I was unloading something. Probably all the emotional baggage you've given me over the years. Okay. Yes, you got in late if you're asking if we got an umbrella. It's right there, and it's amazing, and I got it for $80. And if you want a bargain, you need to go to town with me, okay? She was talking about pronunciation. What? I don't know what you're gonna do about that. I don't know what they're saying. Here's the story. Are y'all ready? It's a doozy. Are y'all ready for this? Should we do our shout outs first and then tell the story?
Yeah.
I have 4 shout outs today. 4.
Shout out!
4. We're gonna go through them like a madman. We're gonna go through them like crazy. 4, y'all. 4 shout outs. That's all that was turned into me, and I've never been happier about anything in my life. Okay? Here we go. 4 shout outs, and then I'm going to tell y'all a story. It's going to rock your world.
So y'all don't always have, what is he doing? We've got some things to open, and I'm going to go ahead and get them prepped for her.
Not now with your carrier settings update. All right, here we go. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. I'm missing a shout out.
There's a shout out.
I'm missing a shout out.
There's a shout out from South Dakota, evidently.
You know what? Teachers with your Zoom calls, I need y'all to settle down. Okay, I love the teachers, but you with your Zoom calls. Some of you have just now learned to do Zoom, and you're making up for lost time. I need y'all to settle down. Here we go. Shout outs.
Shout out! I feel like
I did have it on here.
I feel like I need to be a little bit quiet when we're outside.
Why? We don't have neighbors for miles.
I don't know.
Do it as loud as you want to, baby. We don't have any neighbors around us for acreage and acreage.
Shout out!
You almost
Shout out!
You almost hit a note. You
Shout out!
Stop.
Shout!
Stop. In case we want to have more children, you're about to give it all away. All right. Shout out number 1. Here we go. Here we go. I would love to give a shout out to our son, Luke Hillis. Luke Hillis, are you listening? Are you listening? You're a graduating
Lucas, are you listening?
Lucas, are you listening? Okay, his name is Luke, first of all. But he's a graduating college kid, so probably not. My guess is anyone graduating from college that's a male, probably not listening to Rise and Radke. Listen to this, guys. One day after his freshman year at college ended, one day after freshman year, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer. He had to take a medical leave from school to receive his treatments at MD Anderson, but he is graduating now after 4 years of being cancer-free. This past weekend, he graduated summa cum laude with, is it summa cum laude? Summa cum laude. Summa cum laude.
Lottie-dottie.
Are you sure? With a 4.0 GPA from MTSU. That is amazing.
Is that Middle Tennessee State?
What? Yeah, I'm sure MTSU, I think, is in Middle Tennessee State. We are extremely proud and can't wait to see where his future takes him. That's from Tracy Hillis, I'm assuming his mother. Way to go, Luke.
Nice.
That is some
Congratulations.
obstacles. That is some barriers to get through.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I'm more proud of you for being a graduate or from being cancer-free for 4 years. Either way, that is so wonderful. And congratulations, Luke Hillis. You really deserve it. So, next, Nashville. Get out of there right now. Nash.
He's fine.
He's over there, David, in a snake pit. A den of vipers. A den of vipers, David.
There's no snakes over there.
Okay, here we go. I don't know how I feel about this one, and I'm going to talk about it. My family lives in Gastonia, North Carolina, which is right outside of Charlotte. My husband's name is Chad. We will get back to Chad in a minute. She didn't say that. I'm saying it. He's a student pastor here in Gastonia, and we've been doing ministry together for almost 14 years. And they're still married. You know what? I'd rather work in a meat packing plant than do ministry with David Radke for 14 years. I'd rather work in a slaughtering district. We have 3 kids, Aiden, Reagan, and Pearson. recently my husband and I have started watching you and David at night. Oh, yeah, they did. Hey. That's what she says. We started watching y'all
That's what
at
she
night.
said.
That's what she said. It's a tradition we've started together. We get in bed, we turn on Facebook Watch, and we go straight to your page to watch that morning show. I knew we were bringing people together. And I knew we were bringing marriages together. But I didn't know we were bringing marriages together. Hey, together. This is me spanking it. This is me spanking it. Okay.
All right, it's not 10:30 yet.
All right. I love it, and I secretly think he likes your show too. And this is where we're going to talk about that. That was rude.
Secretly, why can't you say it out loud?
Chad, what the crap, man?
It's just you and her in the bed.
It's just you and her.
Hopefully, it's just you and her in the bed.
It's just you and her in the bed.
And you can't just go.
You have to
I do
still
like it.
act secretly and all like, I'm not sure I like them. Chatty, not sure. That's just rude. And then she says, can we get a shout out for our anniversary? We're celebrating 14 years married on May the 13th. So it's already happened, I believe, 2 days ago. But 14 years, if she hasn't left him already since Wednesday, which I don't know, he sounds like a toot to me. And then she says, he tried to go and buy a shout out for me from you on Cameo, but he's too cheap. So can I get a shout out since he's too cheap to get me one?
Hey.
Now I'm going to let you hear a word from the cheapest man I've ever slept with. David, go.
He is a student pastor. He deserves to be cheap. You know he does not get paid what he should get paid. So give her shout out.
Fine. She's so cute. Look at her family. You know, I'm not used to people that look young and adorable liking us. Look at them. That's Courtney Mintner. I don't know how to say it. Mintner. How do I say your last name? Minter. Courtney Minter. And aren't they adorable? Look at that family. Pretty cute. Like all of them are attractive, so that's kind of weird. But let's just zoom in right here on that guy. Okay? You want to take a picture today? Take it of Chad.
Take a picture of
Chad
that.
the cheapskate.
Take a picture of that, put a circle around his head, say, Rising Radke's #1 fan, and post that everywhere you can.
And it's no secret. This dude likes us. All right, there we go. There's okay. Oh no, our last two. Here we go. These are my twin sons who recently graduated from the Texas State Game Wardens Academy. This is Austin and Dustin Shoemaker, and they were supposed to have their graduation ceremony in the state capitol, but they can't, of course. Could you please give them a shout out and let them know their families are so proud of them? Of course, we're going to give them a shout out. They're twins, but what is a game warden? What does a game warden do?
They protect and warden the games.
What games? Like the hunt people where games where people hunt people, like that movie.
No, they're the guys that protect the wildlife they're in Texas. So like they're the ones if like you don't have a tag, if you're alligator hunting, if you're shooting animals out of season, those kind of things, fishing license, they keep everything in check with the wildlife, so the ecosystem stays in proper order.
That was you just could have said they work with all the animals.
They're wildlife police.
Okay, wildlife police. Okay, Austin and his wife Caitlin are expecting their first child in November, and they're going to be in Galveston. Dustin and his wife Lindsay have a son named Case, and they're going to be on Alaska.
Galveston's a great
So this
place
is from
to
their
have a
mom,
baby born.
Stephanie Shoemaker. Stephanie is so proud of Austin and Dustin, but I'm going to tell you right now, I couldn't tell one of them apart. Now, what would you do if you were out hunting an alligator? Is that what you said? Like hunting an alligator? Let me tell you what. Who hunts an alligator? And this guy walked up and he gave you a ticket. And he said, you can't hunt that alligator. And then he left and he gave you a fine. And then 2 minutes later, this guy walked up and he said, you can't hunt that alligator. And he gave you a fine. And you'd be like, why are you doing that? You just gave me a fine. And he'd be like, no, I didn't. And you'd be like, yes, you did. You just gave me. See, do you see the
trick me? I
You're
don't
trying
like
to
it.
trick me and I don't like it. Why are we quoting Survivor Season 2? Congratulations to those guys. They were going to have it in
Needless to say, congratulations to them. However, if you see them in the woods and you don't have your proper license and permit, you might want to walk the other way.
Absolutely. Sorry, Austin and Dustin, but people are going to be running from y'all for the rest of their lives. All right, there goes Nash. Speaking of which, last shout out of the day. My shout out is for this. I did this last because it's my favorite. It's for my 8-year-old stepdaughter, Layla, who hears me watching you guys while I'm making breakfast in the mornings.
Layla.
So already we've got a mom who's going, I feel above and beyond what is being asked of her. Why are you making breakfast every morning? That's on you. She loves your...
Somebody was asking, is there something in the pool? Is that an alligator? Did an alligator get in there?
No, it's our robo cleaner. She loves your dog's name and has started calling her daddy. She calls her dad Nashville, Tennessee, in your accent when he gets on her nerves. That's from Karen from Virginia. And this is Layla and her daddy. Okay, can I ask a question? First of all, that is an overdose of cuteness. You're welcome, America. Okay, there are like 800 people that are looking at this, and you're welcome. This is like a feel-good moment. Look at that daddy and his daughter. But what does my accent sound like when I say Nashville, Tennessee? I don't notice that I have an accent saying Nashville.
Well, you know you have an accent all the time, right?
No, this is just how I talk.
Oh, you have a very southern Texas...
Why? Because I say pies and nobody else does?
And then you really kick it up. Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. So her daddy, you know, he's like, why are you calling me Nashville, Tennessee? That is adorable. So shout out to them. Guys, those are our shout outs for today.
All right. We got two...
David, I'm ready to tell my story because it's going to spur on conversation.
It's gonna spur on conversation. Hey, last chance to share before the store. We got two unboxings, and then you're gonna want to hear this.
This is an unboxing from Deanna Andrews. Please, dear God in heaven, let it be Tarte Cosmetics. Please just let it be Tarte Cosmetics. Don't let Deanna be one of those women who keeps the Tarte box, but it's really not Tarte. She even... Oh! It's better than Tarte! It's better than... She even kept the Tarte paper. That is misleading at best. Oh my gosh. Y'all. It is earrings and Reese's. It's what's going to be in my heavenly mailbox right outside my mansion. Earrings. Look at this. What in the world? She sent me earrings, and she knows I like them big, and I like them chunky. And she sent me Reese's. Y'all, she sent me Reese's and earrings. That is so awesome. And she sent me a card, but I don't really like to read the cards. It's a card in here. What are you doing?
Oh, I was trying.
I don't like to read the cards on here because in case they say something sweet. But that is from Deanna Andrews in Norman, Oklahoma. Deanna, that is so kind. She sent me 2 pairs of paparazzi earrings and 3 things of Reese's.
That's a brand of earrings.
It's a jewelry brand. It's like a...
I didn't know. I didn't know cruises were pack open.
David, I don't like it when you do that. Deanna, that is so... Thank you so much. Paparazzi is actually... I'm going to wear these next week. These are awesome. I don't know what I'm going to match with the other pair. Where'd they go? Look at that. Look how adorbs. And I'm going to wear my hair pulled back. That's paparazzi right there. I'm going to wear those next week. Thank you so much, Deanna. I really appreciate that. Paparazzi, I believe, is the jewelry line that women are selling like they're doing lives and stuff, and it's like $5 jewelry.
Oh, wow. Well, that's why I didn't know if the card might say, like, if that was her thing or something.
Mm-hmm. Can check. This is from Emily Gibbs in Pontotoc, Mississippi. Pontotoc, Mississippi. Emily Gibbs. Oh, look at that. She writes in calligraphy. For my friend Melissa.
Hey, tell them the cursive story real quick as you're opening.
Y'all want to hear something crazy? I have a friend who had a Zoom call the other night with her family because one of the cousins is graduating. They all live out of town. They can't all go to his graduation. So they had a Zoom meeting and he opened up the different graduation gifts. He was opening up a gift on the Zoom call from his grandparents, and his grandparents had written him a letter to go along with the gift in cursive. His mom had to read it to him. He couldn't read one word of it.
And he like graduated high in his
I mean, he's a very smart kid, like sharp as a tack. And he couldn't read. And he said, I mean, like graduating, he said, they don't teach us cursive. He said, I quit learning cursive in like 3rd grade. And no one ever went back to it. Never discussed it anymore. I didn't know that about the public schools. So like, are teachers not writing in cursive? Is everything so electronic now? I'm asking you guys this who have teenagers. So is everything like
They're saying
just
they don't teach
electronic?
it. I think the kids have told me that before, that they don't teach it.
Really? They don't teach it. And honestly, when I think about it, they're not missing out on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like but I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was really crazy. This is from, okay, this is a sweet card, and I don't want to read it out loud in case she wrote something personal. This is Emily Gibbs.
It's a pretty card.
Oh my gosh.
It's a pretty card.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've never had anything this nice. Emily. What in the world? Emily. Why would you send something like this? I wouldn't give anything this nice to my family at Christmas. I want you guys to look at this. Emily just sent me this is my absolute favorite color. My kitchen chairs are this color. This is a Vera Bradley makeup kit. Look at that. That is so beautiful. And it is chocked full of Merle Norman. Look at this. I've got Merle Norman cleansers and sharpeners and nude colors. She listens to what colors I like.
Emily has a Merle Norman at Legacy in downtown. Was it Pontiac?
Pontotoc.
Pontotoc. I'm sorry.
A
So
candle?
if you are anywhere near Pontotoc,
That is one of the best smelling candles I think I've ever smelled.
that does smell good.
That smells so good. I can't believe this.
She's thanking you for all that you've done, but I love this line. Keep living out loud, my friend. Be dangerous and free.
Emily Gibbs. David, some people sweat. You need to get over it. There's probably something in here that will take care of it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm not kidding you. I've never felt so much love. Look at that. This is all from Merle Norman. You got Lip Pencil Plus. Lip Pencil Plus. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some of these, and next week if y'all comment on them, I'll know exactly what colors I'm using, and I'll let you know. Emily Gibbs, this is so nice. I don't even know what to say. This is so very, very nice, and this is beautiful. And I've never had a makeup bag so pretty, and it's in my favorite color. This and Kelly Green are my favorite colors. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's beautiful. Okay. We're going to end today with a story that's going to spur some communication. I want to ask you guys a question. I'm going to tell you the story, and you're going to get mad at me because I'm not going to tell you the restaurant. Yesterday, David and I drove into the Woodlands, Texas, to pick this up at I can't point to it. The umbrella. That's my $400 umbrella that I got for $80. We went to the Woodlands to pick it up at the TJ Maxx. We didn't have the kids with us. They stayed home. And while we were there, we decided to get a nice lunch. Duh, you're out of town and you can get a nice lunch. We had our masks with us in case we had to take a mask in or whatever. We decided to go and get a nice lunch. We chose a restaurant to go to, and we were very excited to go. We went into the restaurant, and it was really nice inside, and it was our. Did I tell them even what kind of food it was? I'm gonna have to tell them what I was eating.
No, just say you were.
David, we were in Texas. It was a Mexican restaurant. You know how many there are? There's like a bajillion. We go into the restaurant. I need y'all to pay very good attention to this. We go into the restaurant. We order our food. They bring us our food. David ordered this big, beautiful margarita. We had a delicious appetizer. Everything was going great. They bring us our food. They put it down in front of us. We're eating our food, and it is delicious. I'm not going to lie. I go to take a bite of my refried beans. Come here, let me say something to you. Put your head over here. I'm going to whisper something. I'm going to whisper something to you. I'm going to whisper. You did. Come closer. This is what I do to my kids. You're going to want to get real close. If you do that again. Okay. I took a bite of my refried beans, and something was in it. something was in my refried beans. The
Other
restaurant was
than just being
the restaurant was being safe. Everybody was wearing the black gloves, the mask. Our waiter had on a mask and the gloves, the whole bit.
very spaced out, the 25% capacity.
I took a bite of my refried beans, and there was something in it. Not a little something like a little piece of gristle. I felt it. It was big. I pull it out. It was about that big, okay, that long and about that wide. It was a black plastic glove.
It was just the tip.
Do you know how many times in our life you've tried to tell me it's just the tip? That doesn't make it any better. Okay, it was a black plastic glove. Now, it was perfectly cut, okay? Perfectly. It wasn't like somebody had just ripped off a piece on the tip of their finger and it was a jagged edge. It was with a knife. It was perfectly cut. So I'm gonna let David say the exact sentence that you said to me about the finger.
Where's the rest of the finger?
That's not what you said. You said, where the hell's the rest of that finger? Where the hell is the rest of that finger? Y'all, it was a perfect slice. Probably, the glove probably went down to about there. So it was that much of a black plastic glove that rolled around in my mouth and I chewed on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. David, can you count on one hand the number of times I have sent food back in a restaurant? That's just not something that we do. We don't. We think everybody makes mistakes. We never complain in restaurants. We have eaten crap before and never sent it back because he waited tables our first few years of marriage, and we have a lot of grace and a lot of mercy, and sometimes things get burnt or things are undercooked. Like we have eaten food that we didn't even order these fries. I mean, whatever. We're not complainers. Guys, I was freaking out. I started getting sick at my stomach and I thought I was gonna cry. It just because everybody is so on edge and we're so protected with our gloves and our masks and all that. I started freaking out. So David kind of calmed me down. Well, the manager comes over, and this is where it gets interesting. The manager comes, we tell the waiter, and this is how we tell him. We say, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but I was eating my refried beans and this is a glove. And I mean, he looked at it and he went, oh, yes, ma'am, it is. I'm gonna go get my manager. The manager comes over, and here's what he says. Ma'am, I am so sorry that happened. I really wanna make it right, so can I please go get you some more refried beans?
Or Charo, he offered.
No,
Charo.
David, listen. They don't beat me to the punch. I said, no, you're not going to go get me any more refried beans. And he said, but I want to make it right. Would you at least let me go get you some Charo? That's what he said. That was how he was going to make it right.
Well, on wave 1, he came back for wave 2.
Then I go in the bathroom and I call 2 of my girlfriends. I go in the bathroom and I call 2 of my girlfriends.
Someone asked, did we continue to eat? No, we did not continue to eat.
I called the 2 girlfriends in my life who are the Karens. They're the Karens. They're like, may I speak with your manager, please? They're those kind of women, okay? I don't personally like to eat out with them, but nonetheless, I love them. And I said, you got to help me. You got to help me. How do I'm not confrontational. What do I do? And they said, you're going to go out there, you're going to get your meal for free, and you're going to get a gift card. That's what one of them said. You're going to get both meals free and a gift card. So I go out. When I come back to the table, the manager can tell him upset. And he comes over, and that's when he says, I would like to take care of your meal. So guys, our question to y'all is, was that enough? I didn't feel like that was enough.
She's talking about her meal.
I didn't feel like my meal was enough. I didn't. And before y'all think, oh, Melissa, now that's a little he was trying to do the right thing. Here's what I ended up doing. When he said, I'd like to take care of your meal, and he walked off, I just told David, I said, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. So I called the waiter over, and this is exactly how I did it. I said,
and you have to understand, some people might look at Melissa and, the way she carries herself and think, she's confrontational, she'll take anybody down.
I'm not.
She is
not
the least confrontational person. I'm the one that's more likely to get into a discussion with somebody. But she was not having it.
David said to me many times, babe, I can handle this. Do you? And I was like, no, I need to do this. This happened to me and I want to do it. Plus, I always feel safe if David's there, and I feel like I can be a little more brave. So thank you. Christina Wilson says, no, it was not enough. So I called our waiter over, and this is what I said. I said, I want to tell you something. Your manager would like to take care of my meal, and I do appreciate that, but that's not enough. That's not okay. So my husband and I, we're on a little date today. We're happy to be out of town. We're out of town. We came in from out of town. We don't have our kids with us. This is like a little date for us. And this happened. And now our food is in to-goes because he's kind of sick at his stomach and I'm sick at my stomach. We've not touched our food hardly, and that's not okay. Now, my husband ordered a margarita, and I understand that alcohol is differently, and so we would like to pay for that margarita. But we're not going to pay for anything else. And I need you to let your manager know, but I do want you to know you've been an excellent waiter and you're going to be well taken care of. I promise you that. He was as sweet as could be. And he said, yes, ma'am, I understand. The manager got up, never came over to us one more time. Never came over and said, oh, you're absolutely right. Never spoke another word to us. But we paid for the margarita, left a great tip, and we left. David wouldn't let me do a live with y'all because I was upset. And I'm not going to tell you the name of the restaurant because people are in need of jobs right now. And the last thing I want to do is get anybody out of one. I do not want to do that.
And this is a.
But I did want to know what y'all thought.
This is a nice restaurant. It seems great. We had not been to this restaurant before, but things happen. I think the thing that really sent it over the top. I mean, you never want to find that in your food, but I think just because of COVID, it's a little more, why do people have on gloves to protect, and so. Yeah.
It was really, you know what it was? I told one of my guy friends, one of my best guy friends, and he said, that was really poor leadership on that manager's part. That's really poor leadership. It sounded to me like his server was more of a class act than maybe the manager was. Yeah. And for that, I hate that because the restaurant is amazing. And I would love to go back. The food was great. I would love to go back. That's
the server made a lot more
effort.
Well, I'm talking about the tip. We tipped him a lot more than we would have if we would have just tipped on the regular bit. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure he was taken care of.
So thank you, Jan. She says you handled it beautifully. I know which one y'all are talking about. How do you know? There's so many restaurants in the Woodlands. How would you know? But if you do, email me, Melissa Radke. Okay, anyway.
Maybe she saw it.
Joanne says she would never go back. Leslie said you were good to the waiter. We were good to the waiter. We're always good to our waiters. In fact, you know what? If you guys aren't good to your waiters, please don't ever tell anybody that you watch Rise and Radke. Please. Okay? Our waiters are our sons and our our sons and our uncles. They're our college kids. They're our single dads and single moms. If you don't tip your waiter or waitress good, do not tell people that you watch us, because I just think that's the worst. So make sure you love your people well. I can't eat out anymore. I've seen too much. Brandy, I'm right there with you. So maybe the server should be the manager. That's what I'm saying.
He was
I honestly want to email the company, but is that too much of a Karen to let them know, hey, that server, he was top notch, and your manager,
not so much.
He was low notch. So that's my story. Isn't that not crazy?
He did adequate in the end. I did actually what somebody said would have been the best result. Going, no, you're not taking care of this, and I want to give you a gift card because I want you to come back and experience this again, because most people probably wouldn't be like us.
Was it the lady who said, let me clarify?
Yeah. You
will not be paying anything, and we will give you a gift card so that the next time you come back, your meal's on,
Yeah, we want you to experience what we really are about. Now, see, that would have taken the story in a different direction. You know what I mean? And just as far as, things happen, but not only did they take care of it, but they wanted us to come back to experience what it really is. But
Elena said, I would have caused a scene. Candace said she would email them. I'm not sure that emailing them is the wrong thing to do. I think the wrong thing to do is to have a platform of like 400,000 people like we do, and then to tell you the name of the restaurant. I don't want to do that. And I also never said anything. I am not the person that would ever say to the manager, just so you know, I have a following of like 400,000 people across social media, and I would never, that is not even sort of in my wheelhouse. I would never do that.
I feel like if they're watching us, they know that.
I know, I'm just saying. But yesterday when I was talking to this buddy of mine, he said, he doesn't have, that manager had no idea that you could have outed him across all these social media channels. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't write TripAdvisor. I wouldn't do any of those things. But I do think I'm going to email corporate and just let them know that I thought that was the server was really great.
Hey, you mentioned something yesterday. I know some people are curious about your friend.
And I'm going to end with that today. Thank you for bringing it up. Yesterday, if you watched Radke, I was a little bit all over the place. My ADHD was running rampant. And I mentioned to some of you, and you guys ended up emailing me, hoping that I was okay. Let me just give you the scenario. I have a dear friend. I went to college with her. I swear the reason I'm married to David Radke today is because of her.
Was she the only one that talk good about me?
No. When I wanted to leave, I went to school on a singing scholarship. And in order to keep the scholarship, I had to be a part of a singing group that I wanted to get out of. And she really encouraged me to stay. She gave me some really great wisdom. And I ended up meeting David in that group. So I've loved her my entire life. We're very good friends. In fact, if you watch Rise and Radke regularly, you maybe saw her this past fall. We did a 3-day, 3 girls, the 3 of us went out of town, and we did a Rise and Radke one Friday morning. And if you remember correctly, we talked about songs in the hymnal that could be misinterpreted as being dirty. It was a hit. It was a lot of people watching that morning, and her name is Julie, and I love her dearly. Julie and her husband are pastors of a church in the Dallas area, and they're about 2 years older than David and I, and David and I look up to them so much. They're just salt of the earth. That's all I can say. They're just salt of the earth.
They're much better people than we are.
They really are. Who isn't? Eddie has gone into heart failure, and Eddie has been given a very, very bad report, and I love them dearly, and I can't imagine the love of my life and my best friend being given such a terrible report. And so she is broken. She's just devastated. She's devastated because it's corona. They told her that she could not go into the hospital unless it was grave. And so she was called into the hospital yesterday, and she has spent...
His condition isn't corona related.
No, but because of the hospital.
Causing,
yeah. No, his is a heart issue. She goes into meetings all the time with the hospital administrators waiting to do a heart transplant, and she goes in all the time, and she has no one with her. She can't bring her daddy in. She can't bring a mom in. She can't bring anybody in with her to help support her or help make decisions. It's really difficult on her. They have started a GoFundMe because the amount of money that they need for a heart transplant is beyond what I would have ever thought. It's beyond what I would have ever thought. And they're pastors. They have no insurance. So this is what they do for a living. I love them. I'm broken for them. But I just want to end today by saying something to you. That is not uncommon. Brokenness is not uncommon. Being nervous about your future is not uncommon. A lot of people are feeling it. Being called in because your family member is within days of death is not uncommon. Some of you are feeling that today. Divorce papers were handed over to you. You were let go. You lost your job. The business you worked for, you lost. Heartache is everywhere. Stop what you're doing right now and look outside yourself. It is everywhere. It is everywhere. I literally laid in my bed last night for 1 hour, and all I did was personally answer emails from the women and the men who are taking my This Sucks But God Is Good course. They are emailing me. They are broken. Some of them are not broken, and they're not experiencing trauma, or they don't have a person in ICU, but that business that they took from the ground up just closed its doors, and they don't know what to do next. Some of them will write me and they'll go, I don't necessarily have a story. I just know I'm limping and I don't know why. And I just want to tell you today, because my heart is a little bit soft today and it's tender for Eddie and Julie, that if that is you, I would love for you to come be a part of this course. David will tell you we'll put the link above. But guys, we're just pay what you can. My God, if you can pay $1, just pay what you can. Okay? Pay what you can. It's that time for everybody. But stop limping. There's brokenness everywhere. And God is so faithful. He is so faithful to us. And he's so faithful to her. I know he is. I know he's good no matter what the outcome and the end is. I know that he's good. And I want to share that with you through this course. So I just wanted to bring that up today. Maybe I'm talking to you. Maybe right now you think there's never been a better time for me to get the infection out than right now. But I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you. Because my heart breaks for the brokenness that's around us. So how do they join the course if they want to do that?
I'll put a link up in the copy. It's go to melissaradke.com/thissucks. It tells all about
That's terrible.
What the course
Melissa
is.
Radke, this sucks.
It tells all about what the course is, what's all in there. Like Melissa said, the course is $67, but right now we've actually done this for the last 6 weeks or so. We've probably had over 1,000 people join in doing this course together. There's a great community in a private Facebook group. Just pay what you can. Some people are able to do 67 no problem.
We had a woman the other day that paid $10 to join, got 2 weeks into the course, and emailed David and paid it in full. Paid the rest of the, so she paid $57 more.
She said, I
did not know.
I can't just pay $10.
She said, I didn't know it would be like this.
We're not saying you have to do that. It's just a very...
She said, I didn't know it would be this good. I didn't know it would be this good. I didn't know it would be this deep. I didn't know it would be this fun. I didn't know it would be this community driven. I didn't know that it would be this precious for my life. And here's the other $57. I thought that was precious.
So anyway, I'll put it in the copy above, but again, it's melissaradke.com/thissucks. It'll tell you all about it.
And last thing I'm going to say is this. I'm emailed a lot asking if I will do things online for different charities or different people that need GoFundMes or whatever, and I always say no. And the reason is because I'm a free giver to the charities that I support, the ones that God has laid on my heart, the ones that David and I are moved by. But I cannot put GoFundMes for everybody's story on my page. I just wouldn't do that. I don't trust that enough. I don't know them, and I love my people and my followers and my friends too much to ask you guys to give to something that we don't know backstory. So I've never done it. In the 5 years I've been doing this, I've never done it one time. If a GoFundMe is started for Eddie and Julie, I will put it up here. I know who they are. I know what kind of people they are. And it's devastating what they have to pay for this father of three, this 48-year-old father of three, to have to live a life with a new heart, get a full lease on life. What they would have to pay is just unbelievable. So I will put that up. And if you'd love to give, I would love for you to be a part. If you say, well, Melissa, I can't give $67 to your course and to Eddie and Julie, then give it to them. But I just want you to know, you're not the only broken person, okay? You're not the only one limping right now. And you are seen and you are heard, and I hear your stories and I read your emails, but I've got hope for you. But I can't give it to you in Rise and Radke. I can't give it to you if you don't sign up for this course. I can't tell you what I know if you don't trust me enough to sign up for this. I love you guys. Be encouraged today, okay? We love you. We'll miss you this weekend, but we'll be back here on Monday, okay? Bye, y'all.
Have a great weekend. See you.